And judging from the title, you guys should know by now, I bought another one. At least it's not a 2-door. We downgrading a bit to a 4-door. But I couldn't let this one slide. It was super cheap, running and driving, still licensed. So yeah, this is just gonna be a quick project. Well, I'm just gonna build something fun with it, just like a normal daily to enjoy. Something basic, nothing special. It's missing a rear bumper. Luckily I've got loads of those, so there shouldn't be an issue to sort that out. Inside, yeah, handle's broken, so let's use the internal handle. This door is stripped, there's no handles or anything. So I brought the handle, and then I wanted to take up the window, and then guess what? Stupid me. The window doesn't go up. So the window is stuck inside the door. We'll need to fix that. We don't have a shifting boot there. We do have a very good gear knob, that's just nice. The dash honestly doesn't look bad. It's fairly clean. A lot of holes and stuff. Luckily we've got a lot of these covers and stuff. This freaking steering wheel is the first to go, and the cluster, we'll put a XR3 cluster in it. But guys, seriously, ooh, we're missing this tray at the bottom as well. I only noticed that now. But guys, seriously, don't do that. Hate those steering wheels. We've got a cubby. But yeah, we got some missing carpet. The back seat's torn. It's actually quite a nice cloth interior. Might be able to trying to save this. Roof lining is good. It's got some holes in few places. What the somebody put a bulb there, indicator light fitting. What people don't do that. Oh, what have I done? This one's wire has been cut off, like just inside here. It's like, yeah. Behind the engine bay, doesn't sound like the bonnet popped, but let's see quickly. Oh, it did pop. Bonnet is not even bolted down properly. You can see the whole bonnet's moving there, it's not even bolted on. At least we got a 1600 CVH, that's brand new bolt. It's the only benefit of this car. And then we're going back to our wiring, our favorite thing. This car does run and drive, but if you look at the carburetor here, look at that fitting. Why? It's leaking all over fuel. And the guy says the linkage is sticking. And if you look at this, they put a screw. The screw I actually put this side, it was that side. I had to drive the car off the trailer, but look at this. Now it clears it. So what happened is this was facing more this way, and if you put the throttle down, the spring hooks the throttle open. Wiper switch has been disconnected. At least we've got a clear cover. This has got overspray all over in it. Really, it's a clean car. It's gonna be a nice project. I'm just gonna do something quick with it. It's nothing gonna be permanently. We've got a small hole there. Standard. This one at least still have a piece of the tray, which is quite interesting. Fascinating actually. We've got a ballast resistor that's not connected. So judging on the paint peeling, this coil gets super hot. The brakes is painted, so that probably got rebuilt. You can see how the pipe goes over there. You gotta love it. I will need to rebuild that carburetor. The carburetor is junk. It's just bad. We've got a small dent here in the front, at the bottom, and a lot of dents on the doors, but I think I might just end up replacing the doors. But otherwise it's a fairly rust free car, quite clean. So we'll definitely make a nice project. For now I'll rebuild the carburetor. Oh, I noticed something. You guys have to see this. So check out this. This is the main wire that powers the whole car. This is what they tied into the battery cable. That is drawing all the car's electricals, and you can see it's gotten hot a few times. That's crazy. That's also the first thing we're going to change. Probably this cable barely moves. That's how tight it is, taped up. I don't know why they did that. So we'll probably cut out all of this and see how much of the original stuff we can put back in it. But yeah, I need to move it to the back. Don't know what I'm going to do for rain prevention, but we'll figure out that as we go. We're back. We had some rain, came and went again, but just before the rain started, I managed to get this window up, and I fixed the inside door handle. Yeah, that was not fun. I had to replace the whole lock here. They broke all the plastic tabs and stuff on it, and even this was missing. There wasn't even a knob. I managed to grab a knob out of the XR3i, just stole the whole locking mechanism with all the rods and stuff. So I swapped it out. I grabbed this. This is also some of the parts that came with the car, because this car didn't have a handle. That whole plastic cover I still need. This car doesn't use these handles. It's got like the smooth ones like on the passenger door, but for now I do not have it, so this is gonna have to make do for now. But at least now I can lock the car with keys. I can unlock the car with keys. There's not much of rubbers here for the windows either, so I need to get proper rubbers. But at least the car locks. I still need to figure out the plan of action for the wheels. I don't like, it's all mismatched. I might just fit a set of XR3 wheels on it. I do actually have a set of Cyclones on these cars. Maybe I should chuck those on. Ooh. Looks like it's gonna rain almost. And oh yeah, and also I fit a back bumper on it, just so the car looks fairly more complete. This bumper is cracked on the plastic corner and it is bent slightly. I think it came off my 600 Sport. That overrider is literally just chilling there. It's not even screwed on. The bottom one there, it's just screwed on. Well, it's not even screwed on. I need to screw it on still. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice fun little car just to get in and drive around with for fun. As soon as I rebuilt the carburetor, that carburetor is dangerous, and also the wiring is dangerous. And I might need to do something about that battery tray. Oof, this bonnet is horrible. I don't know why people do this stuff. The bonnet's not even bolted on there. I think since they rebuilt the engine, they haven't done much. Anything else? Look. Do you guys see that bolt? Wow. That bolt isn't even tightened. What? Check at this. Holy crap, it's got the spacer plate in there. Okay, I need to double check all these bolts. We do have a new oil sender back there. We have a bolt threaded in where the temp sensor goes. Oh no, the temp sensor is down there. Where the hell does this go? I don't know. Look, telling me this is electronics module. I don't know. I need to cut open all these wires and figure all that stuff out. At least we've got brakes. That's good. Ah, we got some parts chilling in there. The other one didn't even have a fan. This one's got a fan and a lot of parts. And we've got a baggie there also with parts. And we got a headlight there with no cap on it. So that's why it's probably that side's full of ground and this one's clean. That thing down there's a pity. Might need to knock that out. I wonder if I can access it from in there. At least this car, wow. At least this car has got like a minty radiator. Just look at that. This never happens. Look at that clean radiator. The cowl is painted. So somebody spent some money on this car at a point. I can see the inside of the car via the battery tray, so we do need to address that. So we're gonna have a lot of water running into this car, unfortunately. But yeah, Look at that. Oh, that's a type of paper. And look at this bolt down here. It's dribbling with fuel. It's fuel over here. Then we've got this fantastic modification they did here. At least it's got the original linkages. I don't know why the wiper motors aren't connected. I need to look into that. Got a brand new fuel pump with absolutely no clamps on any of the lines, and it's pushed over till about there. It's super safe. And then we've got like a T-piece that's brazed and stuff. You gotta love cars. I know we got a clamp there. It's just not, it's just not tightened down. That's always safe. So that carb needs to go off. We need to grab something else of our parts, carburetors, and maybe bolt something clean. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I do need to, maybe bolt on this hood because it's not bolted on. I didn't even get a chance to check. We do have all the chrome trims this side. Because I saw there's a chrome trim lying inside the car. Oh, it's the driver's side doors trim that's off. I need to figure out how that's clipped on. Because that's missing. I wonder how that gets mounted. And also I think the passenger side mirror is missing. Yeah, commonly no glass. Why am I not surprised? I haven't honestly checked if the headlights work on this car. Let's see quickly. I am curious though. I don't think I've got the keys for the car here. Yeah, let me fetch the keys quickly. It's like that we got keys. Let's switch the ignition on. You hear the fan kicks in immediately. Let's see if we got park lights. Probably not. Nope, nothing. Then I have license plate lights connected, and there's one light lying there working. It's just hot wired and that one's not working. Let's see. We've got nothing here. So we've got headlights. No headlights. Do we have dim and brights? No dim and brights. The only thing we've got is the radiator fan that stays up, and one light at the back that's working, that's not even screwed in. Great. This is gonna be fun. Why the hell is the fan running the whole time? I wonder how many relays and fuses we actually have in here. We are missing a few, and we've got a nice great. Why is there always electrical gremlins everywhere? And why is the fan staying on? Do we not have our thermostat switch? I think that's maybe the switch that goes. Now I can't remember where the thermostat switch. No, it's back here. And it's not plugged in. Sorry, I'm missing. Let me just move it, but and it's not plugged in. The fan's wires is wired to here. What the hell is this? I found the horn. Wow, honestly, wow. If a person can't even flippin' bolt up a flippin' horn, that tells you everything you need to know. What the fudge? Why is there a relay here? Why is the indicator bulb just like dangling inside there? And we've got a plastic bag. Oh my relay world. Why? What's this? What the? Okay, that I know what it is. Check another indicator. Just the bulb dangling around here. This bulb's not even fully in. Why is there so many relays in this corner? Where the hell? Mark 3 never had relays here. This is gonna be an interesting gremlin car. We've got some positive wires running here, touching the exhaust manifold, and then it's pinched here underneath the water line. You know, that's always safe. It actually runs through the engine, like through the engine mounting or the alternator mounting. That's super safe, you know. It's not like that's gonna rub against the alternator bracket or like melt into the exhaust manifold when you actually drive the car. You can see the engine's brand new built, so this car hasn't, I can promise you this car hasn't driven much since they rebuilt the engine, or at least not far, because half the stuff doesn't work. We don't even have a thing there. What? Somewhere with dangling the wires, we got the park lights to switch on. This key also needs some love. We got one park light. Did I even switch them off? Yeah, no, they're still on. So maybe we should just like smack these open connections here and then see if there's any lights that will come on. Because that's always safe, you know. So we have one park light. Super safe. I wonder if it actually works with the switch. Let's see if it goes off. I wonder if we have hazards. We do not have hazards. Nothing. Zero. Bogoro. Inside here, anything flashing? Still one light staying on. And I switched off the lights. Is that the hazard light? No, that light just stays on permanently. What? I switched the lights off. That light just stays on. Talk about gremlins. We have one light flashing there. We got nothing flashing there. So we've got some sort of indicator. Nothing on the dash. That one shows on the dash. See if there's something flashing in the front. Nope. Nothing flashing here. See if we've got something flashing at the back. Nope. Fantastic. This car's going to be super fun on the electrical side. Okay, we switched off all the lights. The ignition is switched off. I wonder if that light goes off. It does. Yeah. And then the temp gauge just goes up to full every time you switch on the ignition, and the fan stays on full. I would say at least the car runs, but it runs horrible, like horribly. And the starter barely works. Listen to that. And I think we just lost power to the battery. Did you guys hear that weird clanking? Ooh, the fuel smells old. And the cranking issue isn't from the battery. I think it's something else. Something electrical. Look at the temp gauge. Oh, there we go. And this car, isn't it? And now the starter doesn't work. Hey, there we go. And it died. This is the top point of. I almost said something I shouldn't. I think the timing is too advanced or retarded because. Oh, let me switch off this, by the way. Then I can't remember if I got shown you guys the fire hazard. I need to go check back on the videos. But this is the live wire, and it's hot. It's freaking hot. That's the only wire that gives this whole car power. Clever, eh? Yeah. Okay. I can't. The weather's coming in. The rain's coming in. I might have some fun pulling that carb, see if I can rebuild it, maybe mess around with the timing a bit. Yeah, it's actually bolted on, but there's nothing much I can do any further on this car until I've fixed the carburetor, because it's running horrible, and I need to replace this cable because they broke that whole thing. You see how that linkage just moved back? It's funny how, yeah, we can. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna remove this carburetor, and then yeah, I'm gonna upload this video tonight so you guys can at least have a look of the car, what it looks like. It's got good potential. I love the seats. I'm definitely gonna need to look for one seat at least for the material. These might clean up, but this one's torn badly, so I don't know if these are original material to the car. It looks original, so I will definitely look to if I can find one more of these seats. Need to find a few small things, but most importantly, that carburetor has to come off like now. So I'm gonna pull it off. Hope you guys got a good afternoon and a good weekend. I'll post more videos and updates as I go. But there's plenty of videos showing how people rebuild carbs and stuff, so I'm not going to record me pulling off the carburetor and all that stuff, so it's nothing special. I don't know if I should just replace the top section of it, replace the cable in the top section of it. Maybe we can get away with that. I do have a few spare carbs. I have that lids are most probably better than this one, so I think maybe I should just try and first swap out the lid. So let me get that ripped off, see what I'm dealing with. Cool. Cheers, good gents. Have a good one. Okay, that's better. Now to bolt it in and clean it up a bit. This was not fun. Getting off. To the scrap pile. Okay, back to this. I need to clean the steering wheel up, but at least this looks more natural. Cool. Good morning. It's a new day. I fixed the whole door, replaced the lock cylinder, the whole mechanism. I need an armrest. Fitted a steering wheel, the XR3 steering wheel, or actually an original Ford steering wheel. I couldn't stand that steering anymore. Today I actually want to drive this car. It's still licensed and on the road. And apparently people still drive it, but I don't know. I find it hard to believe. So what I want to do today is my neck is extremely stiff. So what I want to do today, I want to pull off that carburetor and also want to cut open these wires and figure out what the hell is going on with the majority of the wires in this car. Sorry, still early morning, haven't had my coffee yet. So I think I'm going to start cracking on with cutting open all these wires just to see what's going on there. Then I can decide from there. Cool. Let me get cutting. Let me show you guys quickly what I found here. Oh, sorry guys. I hurt my neck while sleeping for some reason. So I cut the ground strap cable loose. So we have a ground that's from terminal to the strut top. Then we've got one from the strut top to the cam cover, and this is like speaker wire, the amp wire. Then we got another proper one, the main one that goes from the gearbox also to here. Then we've got another one that's tied into this main wiring harness. Oh no, wait, it's going to the body over there, but it's also tied into this green cable that goes back here, goes into the fuse panel over there. What the hell in the world? Why? We've got a relay here, down here. The horn is just laying there on the ground. That side also we've got a bunch of relays. Yeah, happiness. Okay, it's too early for this. I think I need some coffee first. I think I'm gonna go and make coffee first, and then I'm gonna come rip this stuff all out. I can't, this is too much. It's too early for too much. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Got a bucket to sit on, my neck hurts like hell. Okay, this is the first time I've seen it. So this whole wires, okay, this wiring is cut and was taped up and was pushed back there. So we have green, as far as I know, that needs to go to the distributor. We have red with a white stripe. That's the temp gauge wire, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, that's the temp gauge wire. And then we've got, I think this is ground. I'll just need to check it. I'm not really that clued up with XR3 wires. And then we've got these two. As far as I know, this is for the fan relay, the thermal switch on the engine. This was powering, this was connected to the distributor. What the hell? What does people do? We've got this wire. Why, people? Why do they do this? So I've stripped down too much. I've stripped down basically where we've got individual wires and we can connect everything like it should. This looks like original tape. This is not. I might strip this down just a bit just to see what's going in there. But I can see why the radiator fan stays on the whole time. I don't know. Doesn't people have testers, multimeters and stuff? At what stage do you go that far wrong on wiring on a car? This car's gonna be like new when I'm done with it. I can't believe that. That's crazy. I'm actually gonna need to go fetch another harness for connectors and just to double check the connectors and stuff, because this is confusing. Actually, this is breaking my brain. I still haven't had coffee. I thought let me just try to sort out this wiring first. So I'm gonna go get back at this. Maybe I can put you guys right next to me. But yeah, okay, let's go back. Okay, so I was right. This is the temp wire, the red one. So I just joined it into a new one to the temp sensor. The thick brown wire's got a connector. It's connected on the thermal switch for the fan. I managed to find an original connector with the green and the black wire for the distributor. Wire it up to the coil and back into the loom. We still got a few extra wires here and connectors here I need to cut off. I'm not sure exactly where they go or what they're for yet, at least, but they're not important, so I'm gonna ignore them for now. And another thing, I've also set the timing. I think I retarded it a bit because the car that's like swinging like well, it's obviously timing that's out. So I just gave it one pump and then it's still idling a bit high. I set the idling high. I don't even think the idling jet works. I can't hear it tick when I this cover is so annoying. Let me just take it off now. I can't hear the what the hell's causing that rattle? Oh, it's probably the bonnet that's not bolted on. But I can't hear the idle jet kick in when I give it power. And we got an annoying rattle here somewhere. But at least she's running. Oh, and another thing, still got the light burning in the boot for some reason. Yes, I need to find that rattle. I think it's the bonnet that's not bolted on. It's annoying. So the temp gauge, so even though that wire wasn't even connected, the red and white one, by the way, but the temp gauge keeps going up when you put the ignition on. I couldn't figure it out. So I went to check this aftermarket gauge the guys put in, or tried to put in, and when I plugged it out, I thought that might be interfering with the original temp gauge. So when I plugged it out, it still was going up, and then this bulb was glowing. So they actually connected the power of the bulb to the actual power of the flipping temp switch, which I still don't know where it went. I don't know, but the bulb was glowing. So obviously you don't wire it with the flipping temp wires. It's like you're making a resistor. Obviously the gauge is going to go up. So the wires are still hanging here. So I just cut them off, and then voila, our temp gauge went down. And if I short the thermal switch in the engine bay, it goes up. So we've managed to fix the wiring there. I want to go into the boot and I want to check the back wires, the tail lights wires, because that's all messed up and modified as well. But yeah, at least for now the car starts, and the timing is still out, but it's better. I need a timing light, so something's rattling inside this wing. I need to find it. It's a bolt or something's not bolted down. It's flipping annoying. But the idle jet isn't working. The carb is leaking petrol everywhere. So I think next up I need to do the carburetor. Then mechanically I think we might be set. It's charging. All the other stuff's working. So yeah, it's kind of weird noise I'm hearing in the engine. Might be a rocker, a lifter or something that's not happy. But I'll look into that, because this engine sounds horrible. And you can hear it's got a lot of vacuum leaks everywhere. Come down and get it over with. It's got probably a 50,000 vacuum leaks. I can promise you the carb's going to be bent down there. They always are. But yeah, she runs. She can actually idle. Not that I did too much effort on the idling. So I still need to tidy these wires, cut out what doesn't need to be there. But at least for now, we got something. We can start it and we can actually drive around. I just want to fix the headlights and all the lights and stuff before I start driving her around. And this engine does not sound happy. I wonder if it's actually got oil in it. If Come on, die. You're close to it. Die. Come on. Nope. He's refusing to give up. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna call it here. We've got family things going on, and I want to get this video uploaded to you guys. So yeah, it's Saturday, so I want to get this video uploaded to you guys. We need to get fuel. So she even revs weird. But yeah, that's it guys. Hope you all have a good one. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Cheers.